Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in, see what Spirit has in store for you all today. I was drawn to a specific deck. So let's see. All right, Spirit, what do we have? We have the Wizard. Use your skills to aid others. All right. Beware of who you trust. Yeah, I feel it. Okay, I want to take this too. Fire. Okay. You may have someone, I do feel like you could be someone who is commonly misunderstood. I do kind of feel that energy here. People like to perceive you in a negative light because they can't make heads or tails of the good person you are. So I do see that people will try to twist you and to make you fit their narrative of who they think you actually are. I feel like when they don't know you at all. Beware of who you trust. I feel like there are a lot of people out there that you're really going to have to, I heard reel it in, because I feel like there are a lot of people who they just don't want to get you. And that's okay. Those aren't your people. You don't have to worry about those people. But you do have to be very mindful of who you give your energy to. I feel like the right people will come along. We have reckless actions lead to conflict. I feel like there are some who go out of their way to try and pick at you. I feel like I hear you should be embarrassed. I hear Charlotte Dubray saying you should be embarrassed in her wonderful way. But I feel like that's what it is. It's these people should really be embarrassed. I feel like they're trying to twist you to suit a narrative that they've put together in their own mind. The gate, yeah. I don't know. Did you block them out? Do you not speak to these people? Are these people that you don't even really know? Because I feel like they're on the outside of the gate, which means they're not privy to the inside information, which lets me know that you're protected. I do need you to know that. You are shielded, you're protected, you're safe from harm. I feel like any types of negative energies that they're trying to throw at you, yeah, they're just not going to land. We have the forces of nature favor you. I feel like divine favors you. I feel like you have a really intelligent mind, really quick-witted, quick thinking, and I feel like, I heard, yeah, think on your feet. I feel like you're going to have to readjust your sails. I feel like these are moments where you're like, I don't even know what happened. Well, your energy is meant to trigger people, period, point blank. That's the way it goes. Their worst fears bubble up to the surface when you're around. Your energy is very high, collective, and I feel like it really does irritate a lot of demons, and I feel like that's what it is. People get kind of, I want to say they kind of go mad with their crazy. It's like dose after dose, too many doses is what I hear. Let's see. Imagination clouds their judgment. Exactly. That's what I want to say. I do feel, Spirit on deck, I do feel like these people come up with their own stories and they try to crop you in. They paint that picture and they crop you in, only it's skewed and it's, I hear biased. It's very strange the way that this happens. And I feel like you might get really frustrated with this energy because it seems like there are so many who get triggered by your energy. It is simply the fact that you radiate very high. It brings out others' insecurities. You always try to stay on your up and up, and I feel like that's another thing that irritates people. You don't really step down outside of your energy to, yeah, you stay clean. I keep my side of the street clean, and it's like, then I hear you wouldn't know what I mean. I feel like there are some out there who just, yeah, they might say, oh, you're just lucky, or it's like, I don't know why Spirit favors this person. I hear a lot of you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, but I feel like you know the truth that there isn't anything you've done other than just exist, and these people literally lose their stuff. Yeah, I just feel like you're not someone that they see all the time. You don't wear the mask. You are completely yourself. Yeah, your true feelings aren't masked about things. You don't bother to throw on the mask. I feel like I'm talking to a really old soul. One who's just kind of, I feel like I'm so over it. That's kind of the energy that I'm coming with right now. It's just, I'm so over it. It's like, really, really think that way. I kind of, yeah. Mystic circle. It could be others that do the same thing that you do. Could be others that work with you. Could be in a friend group. I hate to say it, but it could for some be a family member. Let's see. Yeah, in the circle, because I keep hearing inner circle, and I'm hearing inner circle, Greg. So it's like something about not milking a cat. So I just feel like Spirit's trying to say, they're trying to make light of it. They're trying to make you feel lighter about it. It really is you doing your divine duty out there and helping others grow and expand by helping them kind of see their stuff. And it may take a while for these people to kind of heal the things that rise up from the inside of themselves. They might try to paint you in a negative light because they feel guilty in some way. I just kind of, yeah. We have seduction, passion, romance. This kind of energy, if it's involved at all, can make people lose their mind. Period, can make them lose their mind when it's about their person or somebody that they're interested in. I hear you've got it all wrong. So, yeah, I feel like time will tell. With the stars here, I feel like things will illuminate as it goes along. And I feel like, collective, you're not going to be the one feeling stupid. I feel like these people are going to have egg on their face and sooner than they think. I feel like it comes to light very easily. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like you're staying in your lane. You're proceeding to win. You're working on I want to say what you need. You may be self-focused right now as well, grounding down things that you're truly working on. We have the Gryphon here, so honor and good luck. I feel like that's what you're standing in. I feel like Spirit knows they've asked you to do this, and it's not an easy path to travel. I feel like this wouldn't be the first time this has happened, where someone literally loses their mind while they're trying to get to know you. I feel like or they're interested in you, that interested turns into sort of this obsessive behavior. And then they start to paint you in a negative light because they feel like I guess there's some sort of jealousy or some sort of insecurity. And it nags at these people until they weave something that makes them feel better. Right? And I feel like Spirit knows this. Spirit knows that they put you in this position because you're helping others heal. It's just you do have to deal with the brunt of people's negativity, but I feel like it's nothing you aren't equipped to handle. I feel like it's something that's happened over and over and over again. You trigger people, they expand, they grow. It's like they go through all the phases. They lose it, they expand, they grow, they understand, and then they move on quietly. I feel like you're left to deal with all of the negative energy, but I feel like Spirit knows that you're equipped to handle it, or they help you make heads and tails of it very quickly. Yeah, you've got very specific energy. You've got that unicorn energy. You are different. Good fortune and friendship will follow. The right people will come, but I do feel like you're going to have to weed through a lot of people before you find the right people. It's like your tribe is out there, but I feel like maybe it's not easy to find, right? They're not the easiest to find. I feel like if they're anything like you, they operate on a different level, so they may not be easily found, right? I feel like you're not easily found, right? And that's why I feel like so many people can make crazy assumptions, it's because you're not out there like that. Some of you don't even go on social media. Like, I'm hearing talk about yourself. So for me personally, the only type of thing that I literally go on is Pinterest, and it's for ideas and inspiration. I don't like to fill my energy with a lot of toxicity. I don't go scrolling on a lot of different sites. Like it, if I ever did, it was short-lived. Reddit, that was pretty short-lived. There was a lot of heavy energy there, and I don't like to muck up my energy. I feel like I'm talking to somebody much like myself. It's like you're not out there on the dating apps, you're not out there on Instagram, and you're not out there on, it's like whatever those things are. I'm not scrolling through X or Twitter, whatever. It's like, that's just not my energy. I'm not on TikTok. It's like, I feel like, you know, the only reason you would adopt one of those might be for business, but I don't feel like it would be for pleasure or for fun. I feel like you keep your energy very clean, or that's the intention. And it's like you may really be very conscious of what you watch on TV. You know, what kind of energies you're digesting. And I feel like your people are much of the same, is what I'm hearing. So it's like you come across them when you're meant to come across them. It's kind of what I'm getting. So yeah. As far as love goes, the seer, I feel like you know love is coming for you if it's not here already. I feel like they try to dirty or muck up the love in you or the kindness in you to make themselves feel like they're the norm. Does that make sense? Instead of taking on a new norm and recognizing that they should be growing, they're kind of painting a negative picture of you to refuse the growth at this time because they want to seem right. It's like the thought of being right is more important than taking on the growth and rising quickly. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I feel like as far as love, I feel like your heart's in the right place. I feel like it always is. It's always with intent to help someone or to move forward or to be loving, caring, nurturing, right? I don't ever feel like your heart is in the wrong place. And I feel like you know that. I feel like people do clearly see that, or they clearly see it after the fact. I feel like Spirit tries to block certain avenues for you because it's like it might stunt your growth, or it might stop you from becoming who you're meant to become. It's like you take on too much of someone else's energy. I feel like I'm talking to loner type energy. I hear lone wolf. So I understand that energy because that is in fact my energy. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you're a lot like me. I feel like you carry a lot of my type of energy. It's like, I feel like people really misunderstand you a lot. And I feel like, you know, maybe in the beginning, it really got under your skin and it really made you feel some kind of way. But I feel like now you just kind of expect it. It's like you realize why Spirit utilizes you in that way. And you realize why they close off certain paths to certain people. And it's not saying that those people can't come back around in the future or make their way back after they learn their lessons and they take on more growth. It's not saying that, but it is saying that Spirit will kind of block different paths for you because they really need you to keep on moving forward in your own energy, not taking on the energy of others. So you may find yourself following and unfollowing people, or if you watch your own readings, if you watch love readings, I want to be more specific, you may kind of pop in and then pop out and not really listen to what's, you know, all the different readings. It's like, I know that I personally will unfollow someone so quickly when I catch the wrong energy because I know I have to do the work to kind of vibrate myself back up. So I will commonly follow someone and then it's like they've got great energy for a while and I hit the unfollow. I'm very quick to unfollow. It's like online and in real life because it's like energy checks for me. I know I have to keep my light at a certain quotient. I have to keep it at a certain level. in order to operate the way Spirit needs me to operate. So I kind of feel like I said, I feel like you're much of the same. Even if you don't do what I do, right? You may or you may not be, you know, up on a platform. And I don't feel like that even matters. I feel like you're meant to maintain your own energy and be very, very vigilant about what type of energy you carry so you can give what Spirit needs you to give. I feel like I'm talking to people who know they're here on divine mission. It's like you incarnated for this, and I feel like you very clearly know that. Or you will very soon clearly know that. I just feel like, yeah, it's like I hear snap, snap. It's like time is always of the essence. I feel like it's always important for you to kind of, yeah, I hear heal yourself quickly. Spit out those messages like the minstrel. I feel like whether it's your advice and you're up on a platform or you're in a friend group or you're in your family dynamic, whatever that is for you, I just feel like you're meant to carry Spirit's messages. You're meant to illuminate and to light up at a certain level. And I feel like you may be more of a loner for, I want to say, the majority of your life. You may not take on partners that often, or it may be kind of short-lived. You may really enjoy your own peace and enjoy your own energy. I do kind of get that as well. I feel like there are reasons for that. And trust me, I know I'm speaking from, I feel this energy, and it's not very often, if ever, that I find myself in these readings, but this energy today kind of has my energy written all over it. So I get it. And big hugs to you if this is your energy and this is what you go through. I hear on the daily because I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot to be always taken in a negative light when you're giving the best of yourself or you're giving the lightness of yourself. It's like people condemn you for your helpfulness because they think it comes from a place of negativity. It's like you're being kind because you want something versus being kind just to be kind. I feel like I hear my kindness is not coming from a place of wanting something back in return. It's just simply given. And I feel like a lot of people don't carry that energy. So a lot of people don't know how to respond to your energy, right? Um, yeah, they get very jealous. I feel like that's another thing. People tend to be very jealous of you, what you have, what you accumulate, who you are, the way you operate, the way you handle things, the way you handle yourself. I feel like you just hold yourself to a higher standard because you know what you're capable of. And when you know better, collective, you know, we should do better, right? And I feel like I'm talking to a lot of people who understand this. I feel like luck is on your side, protection's on your side. Your luck will soon change. I feel like the right type of people will gravitate towards you. I want to say try not to mourn the loss of what could have been as far as friendships or relationships. It really doesn't do well to dwell on that energy. Aside from that, it just kind of pulls your vibration down. I get it though. I feel like sometimes it gets very frustrating to be taken in such a negative light. And I feel like it comes to light after the fact, after you're out of the energy and you're zooming forward in a new direction, like off to the next thing. It's like, I almost kind of feel like you're so used to it that you're like, okay, they don't respect my light. They don't respect my energy. I'm off and running. Yeah, I hear cut a person off quick. And I feel like that's your energy. I feel like you recognize the signs very, very quickly. It's like these red flags. You don't let them, you don't get close enough for them to hit you in the face, right? You don't get all that close. You just let it kind of, it's like if they offer an opening in their lives to kind of make you part of it, that's different. I feel like, but I feel like you get met with a lot of like the other person saying, you need to convince me that you are really who you say you are. And you're like, I'm not out here trying to do a whole bunch of extra work. It's like either you're going to welcome me in and get to know me like everybody else, or it's just not going to happen, right? I'm not going to bend over backwards. I'm not going to, you know, when you say jump, I'm not going to say how high, right? I just kind of feel like that's the type of person you are. It's like, you know your worth and you know you know what you should be receiving as far as friendships and relationships. And if it doesn't mirror back to you what you're looking for, you're gone, you're off. It's like, I hear a whole bunch of, oh, well, it's like, oh, well, that could have gone better, but it didn't. So it's okay, right? Yeah, look, you've got someone, a close friend acts on your behalf. You might have someone or a couple someones who are ready to go to war for you. It's like they know who you are as a person, or they can feel the genuine energy that you carry. Met with skepticism is what I hear. That's what I meant to say earlier that just wouldn't come. I feel like Spirit's saying a lot of people, there'll be those who are met with skepticism when you step towards them just being your authentic kind self. And that comes from people who've been hurt, who've been betrayed, and we understand it, right? I feel like I'm talking to somebody who understands it. It doesn't make it any easier of a pill to swallow though, right? When someone expects you to prove yourself and to jump through hurdles to make them feel comfortable. It's like it's not really a reciprocal friendship or relationship at that point. It's you trying to do damage control when you haven't damaged someone, right? And I kind of feel like that's the energy I'm talking. I feel like it weighs heavy on your heart. Your emotions may be at an all-time high, or you may feel really frustrated with the way people see you, right? I feel like they don't see you through the right lens until it's too late. And I feel like it's meant to be that way, because you're not meant to be in those certain people's energy for all that long. You're meant to do your job, right? What you came here, what you incarnated to do, help them light up, help them bubble crap up from, the bottom up to the surface so they can heal it and you can move forward, and then they do as well. That's kind of, yeah, the dagger in reverse. I want to say Spirit saying it's not going to hurt all that long. And I feel like you do have a specific few soulmates, and I want to say it's less than a handful, right? Less than 5 people, I want to say, throughout your life that come in. You'll have a special few that will really hold space for you, that will really go to war for you. And I feel like you'll know who they are. Some may be family members. I know for me, my family is literally my rock. So it's like I know I always have the full amount of support from my family. So it's like if I find something extra out there somewhere, then that's just a bonus wonderful person, right? But I feel like that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like you'll have your certain few, but I feel like it's not going to be all that many. I feel like once you walk in that lone wolf type of energy and you realize how peaceful it is, sometimes you just don't want to open yourself up to that much more. I feel like you get a lot of this energy. You're met with so much skepticism that it gets so frustrating that you're like, you know what? Never mind, right? Sorry I tried. Forget I tried, right? I feel like every once in a while you try to open yourself up, and listen, it's not going to always not work. Like I said, you do have a certain amount of soulmates. They will come in, they will come and go, but I feel like your energy, your frequency specifically, requires a certain type of person that isn't found everywhere, collective. And I know that may be a hard pill to swallow, but I feel like it's also something you can take to heart, because I feel like you're a really special soul. And I know, like, I hear I don't want to be a special soul. It's like I want to have somebody in my life. I want to share, friendship and laughter and maybe new connections, new romance connections. But I feel like you're not for everyone, and that is kind of difficult. I get it. It's difficult. Because I myself I know I'm not for everybody, right? My energy just vibrates differently. I hear it hits differently. And I feel like there's nothing I can do about that. It's literally why I'm here. So hindrance in reverse. I want to say, if these people try to cause kind of conflict, look, we've got conflict and danger lying in wait in reverse. I feel like anything kind of negatively thrown at you when you're asked to do divine work is not going to touch you. Spirit's not going to do that to you. I feel like if anything, it just kind of messes with your emotions because you kind of wanted something fun or wanted something new or a new experience, and Spirit just had to say, this is not your person, right? It's like, just hold on. And that can be hard too, right? So hindrance in reverse, they're not going to stop your flow. They're not going to stop you from going where you're going. They may come out with some negative things, try to talk badly about you, but I feel like it's really not going to do anything. I feel like if anything, it's going to slow them down and become a hindrance to them. I'm seeing this in my mind. I was seeing somebody say their hindrance, not yours. Not when spirit is asking you to do the divine work. They're not going to punish you just that much extra because you did what they needed you to do, right? You lifted something to the surface for these souls that they needed to look at. And of course, they're not going to like it. It irritates, right? They don't like to see that there's still something that they have to heal or have to fix, right? It's not always easy being student and teacher, right? And I feel like there's a delicate balance that we all need to kind of understand. I'm never afraid to say that I don't know everything. In fact, I am still learning here each and every single day, good, bad, and in between, right? Living life just like you all, right? Trying to navigate just like you are. But I feel like one thing I've really embraced is that when I need to sit in the student's chair, I do that. And I do that in the most humble of ways, because I know that in order to help everyone else that I'm meant to help, I have to take on new energy. I have to release old thought forms, old experiences, in order to take on new. So part of being who I am and doing what I'm doing here, while I'm working with spirit, is me being okay with being humbled a lot of the time, right? So I do kind of get that energy here, that maybe something that you're starting to understand, or you do understand. This is a timeline thing. So I do not know where you are exactly on this timeline of energy. This may be all up and coming for you, but I feel like I'm giving you the knowledge now so you can understand why things happen the way they do for you. It's really nothing against you and the beautiful love in your heart, the kindness that you hold. It has nothing to do with that not being worthy and wonderful. And I need you to know that what you're giving is beautiful. Some are just not ready or prepared enough to hold what you're pouring. It's too much, right? So spirit has you pour a little bit in order to help. And maybe these people come back around in the future. For some, they might. For others, new soulmates will come in, and ones who are better equipped to kind of vibrate on your level and can give you reciprocity. I feel like it's a rarity, but it is out there, and I don't want you to get discouraged. I feel like it takes a very specific soul to understand your beautiful soul, right? And I want to say, take that as a compliment, not as a stressor, right? The hand of fate. Spirit's got some really beautiful things for you, and it says the forces beyond your control intervene. And I feel like spirit does that very quickly. They shut things down very quickly. They help people see the truths very quickly. I feel like there's a very quick turnaround in the energy, and I feel like by the time they turn back around and they get it and they see it and they kind of, feel some kind of way about it, you're already off and running towards the future, to the next thing, right? The next thing or the next soul. Let me see. Yeah, the Sphinx. So choose your words carefully. I feel like always kind of try to speak your truth in the best possible way. And I want to say with as few words as humanly possible, and then leave it at that. Speak your truth and then keep moving, because there are some who will want to go back and forth with you, and that's just not the vibe. It's just not it. It's embarrassing to act this way at this age, is what I hear. And I feel like you recognize that. I feel like there's a lot of maybe young on the journey or young in mind that's not quite there yet. I feel like, yeah, I just feel like it's not quite there yet. They're not there yet, and that's okay. I feel like, yeah, become meticulous and patient. So try to become very patient with these souls. Like I said, we're all here on a learning journey, right? And they're going to act a certain way, and you are, you can control or be bothered with the way that they're acting. All you can do is focus on your reaction to what is going on. It's like, and sometimes it's even best not to react. It's like, I'm not even going to kind of feed into that negativity or that weirdness or that crazy energy. It's not even, yeah, again, I hear it's embarrassing at this age. We're not in high school. We're not in grammar school. It's like, where are you coming from? What is your, what are you looking to kind of get from this? Just some drama. I hear no thank you. And I feel like that's where you're at, collective. Now, I have to tell you, just because I find my energy in this does not mean that this is my reading. I have to tell you, collective, because I feel like this is commonly misunderstood with readers. I know sometimes we'll talk about things that happen and put ourselves in there, but as far as this happening for me right now, it's not. So I feel like this is something that Spirit puts out there because I have the background knowledge to kind of get the point across. So it's like, it may be something that I went through in the past or something that I'll go through in the future too, right? But my energy is not here right now as far as this being my thing, right? I just wanted to put it out there because I feel like, don't get it twisted is what I hear. Unseen forces watch over you. You need to know that unseen forces watch over you, collective. Wow, this energy is, when I channel, as a side note, because I feel like there are a lot of things in here that I kind of want to get across. When I channel, I am standing in your energy. So when I say I or me or us, I'm standing in your energy that I'm channeling. It doesn't mean I'm going through it, right? I feel like Spirit's just trying to get me to put it out here so that way it's easily understood. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Okay, we have the Sun. So your perseverance is rewarded in these types of situations. Know that you're watched over. Know that Spirit is watching over you. It's like they're not going to ask you to walk through something and then punish you even more for it. They're just not going to do that. So it's like the backlash or whatever. It's like they make sure you're really clear out of the equation before they even try to like line things up for these people or these souls to learn their lessons, right? Temptation may lead you astray. You may be tempted to fire back. I get it. Sometimes it gets really harsh. Sometimes it gets really uncomfortable. And sometimes you just get really peeved off that it's like, I was trying to be kind and then it gets misconstrued, right? And I feel like that can be so frustrating. So I get it. You may be tempted to kind of fire back, but I feel like you know better. You know that people who attack you in the first place are not where you are, collective. They're not where you are. They're not on your level, right? They don't vibe where you're vibing. It's like anybody who kind of attacks you in any sort of way, I do feel like they've got their own fish to fry, is what I hear. They've got their own stuff to deal with. They're not in the right place. And so I want to say, try not to judge these souls very harshly. What you can do is just kind of give yourself distance, right? Put the distance there and keep it moving. Yeah. Triumph over adversity. I love to see it for you. Love and prosperity become yours. I just feel like it's great energy. I feel like what you're looking for will come for you, collective. There was so much in here, and I kind of feel uncomfortable posting up certain readings because I feel like maybe something that I went through in the past. And I feel like sometimes that I had to put too much of myself out there, but I feel like this message really needs to go out. I don't know why I'm feeling a certain way. I'm feeling like, you know what it is? And this may be your energy that I'm picking up on too. I'm so done with sharing myself. It's like I'm always met with like a wall or uncomfortable energy that it's like, I almost don't want to reach for things anymore. And I don't want you to feel that way, collective. I feel like that might be your energy. That might be why I'm kind of feeling this way. I'm feeling hesitant. I'm not feeling like my confident self, right? Even though this is something that I've been doing forever. It's like, even sharing those little pieces of myself, it's like, I don't even want to do that, right? And I feel like that may be kind of where you feel like this energy is leading you. I want you to stay optimistic about the people coming in, because I feel like your right people are out there. So don't give up, right? Sometimes we have to really, I hear kiss a few frogs before you find your prince, but you know, that's in love, of course, the love aspect of things, but I feel like it can also apply to the friendship aspect of things. It's like, you know, not everybody's going to be it, right? So I want to say, if this is your reading, I want to say big hugs to you, because I feel like it's a lot to deal with. And you know, it's funny, I did a lot of explaining myself now that I'm thinking about it. And I feel like the reason I did that, I said all that to say this: you don't have to explain yourself, collective. You don't have to explain why you're kind, or why you thought going about it in a certain way was what was supposed to be done. It's like, you're being authentic, and I don't want you apologizing for your authenticity, for stepping forward in your light and being who you are. I feel like you're so used to kind of minimizing that and apologizing for it, that, you know, that energy does get all misconstrued. It does get all kind of wonky, right? That might be why I feel like I'm feeling much lighter now. So I kind of feel like everything that kind of happened in this energy has a meaning, and I feel like you'll pick up on whatever is for you specifically. Everybody might pick up a little something different. I don't know, you know, to what level you are on this vibrational scale, but I feel like if you find something here, I hope it helps you feel a little more comfortable and good in your own skin, because there's literally nothing wrong with your love and your light and the way, that genuine way that you give. It is simply the fact that others are not healed enough to receive your energy. And I need you to know that, because I feel like you can start to feel like there's something wrong with you, when in reality it's just unhealed souls that, you know, you come across that just don't know how to accept what you're giving, right? So that's that. All right, now we're gonna hop in here. I'm feeling almost kind of wonky in the energy right now. So I do feel like some of you could be feeling very tired, or very just, I hear so over it, so over it. So it's like, I do feel like that could be for a lot of you. Like I said, I'm so sorry, big hugs if this is something that you've dealt with or you're dealing with. I always hear, I hear the crap end of the stick. It's like, I got the crap end of the stick with this. It's like, I got all of this drama when all I was looking for was to find someone to connect with. I feel like you're the type of person who really values beautiful connections, and you pour into them. You pour into the souls that you deem worthy, and just because they can't see your value in return does not mean that you're not valuable. And I think the way that these dynamics work have made you feel that way, but that's not the truth of it. I need you to know that. I feel like Spirit's like really pushing that. It's like, it's not that you're not valuable. It's just they don't recognize it. I hear they don't recognize it, babes. They don't see it. And that's okay. That's okay, right? Like I said, big hugs to you. I get it. I understand. All right, let's see. Your initials, their initials. Any other messages that channel through? I hear forget it. I hear just forget it. I hear I regret it. It's like, again, I feel like Spirit's just trying to say, keep on trying, because I do feel like your people are out there, right? I hear something about Tiana and Princess and the Frog. Something about frogs as well. That's funny too, because images of frogs have been coming up for me a lot lately. So I wonder what I'll have to look it up. If I look it up, I'll put it in the description down below. Maybe what frogs represent. It might kind of resonate for somebody as well. I hear hopping into the new, and I feel like that's you continually hopping forward or stepping forward. Just as a side note, that might be a little extra something. I hear it's crazy. I hear something about anarchy. So it's like, I just hear there's no grounds for any of it. It's just plain crazy. So, for whoever, like I said, if you're dealing with this and you're in the midst of this type of energy, big hugs to you. I hear the name Greg or George. I hear the name Olivia with an O, or Olivia. This A stands out to me, so first, middle, last name. Could be yours, could be theirs. These are generals, so just kind of get in how you fit in. I hear Kirby, so I don't know if that's like, I think it's a game, right? Could be somebody's name, though, as well, or a nickname, right? That would be very specific, I feel like, for someone. I heard, is it clear? It's like, I see somebody peeking out, like, is the coast clear? Like, can I move forward now? Or can I don't know if this is kind of made you feel like you have to kind of hide yourself away, which I don't love for you. I don't love for you. I feel like you should stand proud, stand true, keep your head up, keep that chin up. That crown will slide right off if you don't. I feel like if anybody needs to stand tall in your power, it's you, collective. I feel like you've got a lot of good to give. And I'm sorry people have made you feel like that good that you're giving is not good enough, right? I just feel like I feel like it's wrong to feel that way. And Spirit wants you to really hear that. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Anything else for the collective? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I hear shy as a mouse. I do feel like Spirit is on deck here. A lot of growth and expansion in the heart space. I feel like, look, a lot of tears in the heart space. I feel like that's what you do. You help people take their tears in the heart space and create flowers there. It's like create growth there. They may not realize that you're the key when you come in because you stir things up or you stir up the energy within them. We've got a horseshoe here and a little ladybug, so a lot of luck coming in. I feel like Spirit keeps you in this lucky energy. I feel like they create a lot of peaceful moments for you because they know that what they've asked you to walk through is not easy, right? I hear that a lot. It's like you never know what somebody has had to walk through, so be kind always. I feel like you may understand that or take that to heart and kind of maneuver that way. I know I do. It's like you never know what somebody's been through, so try to be as kind as you can, right? I feel like you've got ancestors on deck. It might be a masculine ancestor, could be an uncle, could be a father, could be a grandfather, could be a close family friend, could be a masculine ancestor that goes way back. Again, I've got shadow man type energy as well. I do feel like this is a family member or someone in your ancestry that really kind of really works with you and really guides you forward. I feel like I'm going to take a second and talk to those I feel like may have been on the opposite end of the reading, like maybe one of the ones who was trying to heal, maybe somebody made something bubble up within them and they were dealing with it and they didn't see with clarity. And it's like, I feel like somebody feels bad about it after the fact. It's like they feel silly about it. They feel bad about it after the fact, but it's like maybe too embarrassed to give an apology, or maybe uncomfortable with the fact that they weren't right in that moment, right? I feel like you're standing tall in your power, and I feel like that I want to say you're in divine balance, and I feel like we've got the angels on deck here. I just feel like the way they see you after the fact, it's like, wow, that was a missed opportunity. That could have been a really great friend. That could have been a really great relationship. it was meant to help them grow and learn. And I feel like they'll thank you for the flowers later that bloomed in place of the heavy energy that they were carrying. And I don't know when they'll realize it or recognize it, but I don't feel like it's long after you leave someone's life or you cut off the energy. I feel like once you cut your energy off, collective, people feel it. I mean, it's like almost being starved. I'm seeing a fish out of water and I'm seeing it flap and like it looks like it's struggling to breathe. I feel like that's how people feel when you cut your energy off. It's very quick and spirit does that purposely so they can't feed off your energy. It's like they utilize it to kind of prove they're right, or there's something going on there. I feel like these people don't stay on the attack very long. I feel like it becomes very apparent that they were kind of chasing, like, I want to say chasing a pipe dream. It's like like I said, they painted a picture of you and they cropped you in, but it's nowhere near your actual reality, right? It's nowhere near who you are as a person. And I feel like there will be a lot of people around. I should have said this earlier. There will be a lot of people that will maybe side with these people, but there will also be a lot of souls that will side with you because they know you, because they actually know you. There will be some that will side with these souls because they're jealous or they find something to be angry over. Sometimes people really enjoy ganging up on someone, which I never really understood. I've never had that type of mentality, so I never really understood that. Why? But I just feel like to be part of a group, is that it? Join a soccer team or something. I just feel like there are other ways to be part of something without having to hurt someone in the process. I don't get it. I don't operate that way. And I feel like I'm talking to you guys who also don't get it. But that's here. We've got divine on deck in 2 different places here. We've got luck and peace coming in for you. Your ancestors are on board. I want to say even their ancestors are on board to kind of help them see it. I feel like you offer a key. You're offering them a key to themselves. They just don't know it yet. And I heard you're quiet, or maybe you stay quiet, or you kind of decide what's worth it to jump into and to fight with and what's not. And I feel like there are a lot of things that are just not worth it, right? Big hugs, collective. This was a lot of energy. I'm going to need a nap today. A lot of heavier energy too. But that is what I have for you all. I want to say it's going to get better. I feel like you'll find your right people as you keep going. Don't let these poor experiences hold you back from really still trying to find your people out there. They are out there. I don't want you to give up, okay? Spirit doesn't want you to give up. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Please, I wanted to say like, share, and subscribe. If you feel like this kind of helped you or you're interested in hearing more on this channel, you might consider subscribing. All right, everyone. See you next time.